Good evening, friends. Okay, in my previous video you saw that we have created basic app with the name of the test app. In my previous video you can see I have created a video for uh, basic canvas app creation with the explanation of how to add the current logged in user to the app. Then next we see the explanation about all the controls which is present in the canvas app, and we see all the properties of the forms and controls in my previous video. Okay, in this video we will see the validation, how to add the validation to the particular control. When user wants to save the data, then user get the notification for the validation. So we will start with the validation control. If you want to add validation to the form, first of all we have to select control. Okay, we can select from here, and if you want to check which control we have selected, you can see under the forms. Okay, under the form section you can see all the controls which we have added. Okay, here. Then if you want to do the account number as a required field, you can go to the properties panel, then go to the advanced property. First of all we need to unlock this control, then search for the required. You can see the required property is false. If you want to do this account number as a mandatory field, you can switch to here. We need to type as a true. Okay, true means this is a required field. Once we make it as a true, you can see the star mark is visible. Okay, if you want to change this star mark to the red in color, then you can directly go to the color properties for this, and you can change the color from here. That is it is switched to, no, not this one, sorry. Okay, if you want to change of this star, you can see the four options under one control. Okay, first one is star visible. Star visible means this star mark. Okay, then next is the error message. Here we have to add the validation control. Then next is the data card value. Here user is adding their inputs. Okay, this input getting saved in our dataverse or a data table or a SharePoint list, whichever data source you are using. Okay, and this is the data card key. Data card key means the text label, means the label of the control. The label of this control is the account number, that is the data card key. Okay, if you want to change of this star mark to the red, then you can go to the properties panel, and under the color section you can see the color, and you can change from black to red. Okay, and you can see here the color got changed to red. Okay, then if you want to add validation for this, okay, what you can do, you can see the parent dot error means this is a default what we can say, this is the default parent error. Whenever forms, this is a default error which canvas apps giving while saving the form. If you want to the another our user defined validation, you can just add the validations here, such as if you want to, if this data card is blank, then we have to show the message, please fill this, please enter the value. Okay, what we can do, if is blank, okay, is blank, data card value name is data card value 1. Okay, data card value 1 1 dot, this is the string means this is the text property. So the canvas is suggested the suggested some text, like if it is a combo box, then we have to add the selected. If it is a text input, then we have to add the uh, properties as a text. Okay, if it is blank, then we have to show please enter count count number. Okay, otherwise it is empty and we can do like this way. Okay, this is the validation we added here. Okay, if this is required, you can see this is the blank, so that's why it is giving an error. Okay, please fill the entire number. If we run this app, okay, if this is the validation we have added, please enter the count number. If you add something like 01, then this validation is go away. If we remove this number, you can see the validation is coming. Okay, okay, this is the way. We will see for some validation of the forms. If you want to validation for the date, we will see we can add the field. Suppose date, something like this way. Okay, this is the date control we have added here. Okay, I think okay, this is the date control we added here. Okay, okay, if you want to do the validation for the date, how we can do here? If we select this control from here, okay, either we can select from here. If we open the date control, you can see the different types of um, control inputs are there in the under the date control. Okay, you can see the star visible, this is for the required field. That error message, this is for the validation. Then minutes means the here we have to show the minutes. Okay, our times. Okay, hours, time and minutes. This is the time format. Okay, and this is for the separator. Okay, this is just a separator which we are specify with the colon. Okay, then next is the hour value. In the hour value, we have to show the latest hour. Okay, you can select from the drop down also. And this is the date value. This is the that date value means we are showing the date. Okay, and this is the data card key means this is the text label of this control. Okay, if you run this app, you can see here this is the default dates are selected, this is the default time are selected, and this is the default minutes are selected. Okay, if you want to validation for this, how we can add the validation here? Okay, if this date is greater than current date, if you want to the validation like this way, what we can do? Okay, first of all, we need to unlock this data control. Whenever we have to add the validation, first we need to unlock this control, and then only we can add the validation and something like this way. Okay, if you want to want this field is required, you can change from here. Okay, we can switch to true means this is the required field. Okay, which is previously done for the account number. Okay, then next is to the star visible. If you want to change the color of the star visible, you can come here and you can change the color from here. Okay, and we will still save this app. You can see here the star visible is in the red color, okay, then next we can select this control from here. Okay, and then next if you want to add the validations here, you can add the validation here. You can add the validation as if selected data. What we have to add the validation, selected date should be greater than our current date. Okay, sorry, less than our current date. Okay, current date means today's date should be less than this selected date. If you want to add the selected date means we have to add this date value. Okay, date value 1 dot, you can see here this is the date. Okay, date and time data type, so that's why it is giving the suggestion as a selected date. Okay, then we have to add date should be great less than current date. Okay, otherwise it is empty and we have to add this validation. Okay, this is done. Today's date is 29, then this should be less than. Okay, we will run this app, and if we select this one and if we change to 30, then okay, you can see this is the validation coming here. Okay, date should be less than current date. If we switch to 28, okay, and if we add this, you can see that validation is not coming here. Okay, similarly if we switch to 29, okay, that validation will not come. If we switch to 30, then that validation will show that is the date should be less than or equal to current date. Okay, these are the validations. Thank you for watching the video. Please subscribe and like my video if you want. Thank you so much. Bye bye.